on our stomach. And let's take those hands under our chin or forehead and let those hips sink down. Relax your head, neck, shoulders, and take a nice breath here. Now let's carefully bend those knees, bring those heels up toward the buttock area, and tap your toes down. And bend and tap. Gently warming up those quads, getting a little movement in those knees, and taking a couple nice rhythmic breaths here. Let's try 3 more. And bend, straighten 1, 2, and 3. Next, from here, let's prop up on those forearms. Adding a little extension in the back, shoulders are down and back, chin and chest are up. Continuing to let those hips sink down. Let your belly button area sink down as well. Let's bend the knees again. Bring those heels up, tap those toes down. This should add a little bit of a stretch in the front of those thighs. Again, nice rhythmic breath as you move through this pattern here. 4, 5, 2 more. And hold those feet down. All right, let's do a few gentle arch ups. Just press that chest further away from the floor. Look up, arch your back a little deeper, but then release. Let's try 5 like this. If you want to go on your hands right away, go ahead. There's 2. Just kind of warm up that spine. Little extension. Release. 3. And press. 4. And press. 5. Now from here, bring those hands outside the shoulder area. Let's increase our extension by pushing up a little higher if it feels good. Certainly stay on those forearms if you prefer. Drop that chest down and press up, arch. Drop it down and press. 3, 2 more here. Press. 4, and 1 more. Press. Release. 5. Next, take those arms straight up over your head, chin on the floor. If possible, you're straightening the elbows, bringing those arms all the way down, lengthening from your upper back, shoulders, hips, ankles. Pretend somebody's gently pulling your wrists and ankles, and take another breath here. All right, let's bend those elbows and let's press ourselves up into tabletop position. Now from here, let's do some cat-cow stretches. So spread those fingers, hands are under your shoulders, back is flat to start. Let's start by rounding the back. So bring that chin into your chest, hips forward, shoulder blades up toward the ceiling. Just holding this flexed position for a few seconds. And now slowly bring your head up, hips back, and arch. And hold this extension for a few seconds. Let's try that again. Slowly rounding, chin in, hips forward, breathe. And arch. And round again. And arch. Let's do this 2 more times. We're very slowly rounding, lifting those shoulder blades. Take a breath. Very slowly arching, chin up. And 1 more time each way. Round, flex, and arch. Extend. All right, let's take it neutral here. Next, let's sit those hips straight back toward the heels into a child's pose. Take your time trying to get your hips as close to the heels as possible comfortably. Once you get down there, stretch those arms out in front of you, lengthen, and then bring the forehead and chest down. Take a couple breaths here. All right, you can try gently rocking your shoulders and hips a little bit side to side if that feels good. And you can also try lifting one shoulder up at a time, doing a little rotation there in the trunk and shoulder area. And hold that center. All right, let's slide forward on our forearms into an arch up position. So a gentle extension again here. Shoulders down and back. You might feel a little stretch in the chest area, maybe your abdomen, and then that extension in your neck and lumbar spine. All right, let's take those hands outside the shoulder area. Push back into child's pose. All the way back, lengthen here. And breathe. Rock, rotate, hold, whatever feels good. All right, let's slide forward again. Forearms or straight arms this time, your choice. If you want to deepen that stretch, stay on your hands. And arch up again. Your shoulders are down and back. Take another breath. All right, if you're on your forearms, go onto your hands again. And this time we're going to try something different. We're going to take it up into a down dog. So let's push into tabletop first. Okay. And then you're going to keep those hands about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider if your shoulders are very tight. And then go onto your feet. And then walk those feet a little bit towards your hands with your hips up toward the ceiling. Okay, now here's how we're going to try this. First, you're going to see if you can push those heels down. And that's going to give you a really deep stretch in your calf muscles. Okay. And now you're spreading those fingers, really straightening those elbows. And now push your chest towards your thighs. And that's going to stretch you out through the upper back shoulder area, as well as through those hamstrings. Just try to hold this for a few seconds and take a couple breaths. Now we're going to do this little pedal motion with our legs. So bend your right knee, let that right heel come off the floor. And then push the right heel down, bend the left knee, let the left heel come off the floor. Let's do that a few times. So alternate, push that left heel down, bend the right. Push that right heel down, bend. Switch again, pushing that left heel down, lifting the right. Pushing that right heel down, lifting the left. Once more each way. Push that left heel down, lift the right. And one more. Push that right heel down, lift the left. All right, try both heels down again. Press through the heels of your hands. Hips up, chest toward your thighs. Breathe and hold. All right, let's bend both knees. Come back down into tabletop position. Okay, set yourself up so those hands are directly under your shoulders again. And this time, let's take our right arm, reach it directly out in front of you. Lengthen through that right side. Now swing that right arm over to the left, reaching out on that diagonal. Next, bend your left elbow, bring the left forearm down to the floor. Sit back, tilt those hips to the right. So the right buttock area is sitting down towards your right heel. That right arm is reaching over to the left side. Chest and forehead come down. Looking for a nice stretch through the right side of your body. And take a couple breaths as you sink into this position. All right, let's come out of that position and take it back to a neutral tabletop. Take a breath here. And let's try it on the other side. Take that left arm, stretch it out in front of you, lengthen through that left side. Now swing that left arm over to the right, lengthen here, reach. Now let's bend that right elbow, bring the right forearm down, sit those hips back, but tilt to the left this time. Left buttock area, trying to sit back toward that left heel. As that left arm reaches over to the right side, forehead, chest down. Lengthen and breathe. All right, let's take that back to our center position here. Okay, we're just going to kind of wiggle out a little bit here. So you have straight elbows, fingertips are spread, and then just rock your hips right and left. Far enough out to the side to feel a little stretch through the lateral part of your hip. And take a breath or two here. This should just be a feel-good movement pattern. All right, hold it center. Let's do that with the shoulders. So first push the shoulder blades up toward the ceiling a little bit, and then gently rock the shoulders right and left. As you go side to side, try to keep your palms flat. That will limit how far you go, but it'll give you a good stretch in the hands and wrists. And then hold this to your center position here. All right, next we're going to take it on our side. So either side to start. Get the head, neck, and shoulders comfortable here. Okay, stack your shoulders and hips a little bit. And let's take this top leg, reach for your ankle here. Pull this thigh back. Push the hips forward, get that stretch through the front of your quad and thigh here. And hold and breathe. Now, if it feels good, you can release it a little bit, but then pull it back again. Release it and pull it back. If you get a better stretch, just holding it, that's fine as well. One more time. And hold it there. Now, reach for the under part of your knee here and just pull that knee up toward the ceiling. Keep this bottom leg pushed down, but then bring this knee down to the floor here. Pull it up and bring it down. Let's do this 3 more times. And down and up and down, and one more like this. Up and down. Just leave it here and let the hip gently stretch out. This should be an easy kind of feel-good position. Now see if you can straighten this leg. And the inside of your foot, your arch area, is on the floor if possible. And then just getting a gentle stretch through the back of your leg here. All right, now let's bend both knees. Pull those thighs very close to your chest here. We're going to try some open ups. Take both arms out in front. All right, start slow. Gently bring that arm up toward the ceiling. You're trying to keep your hips forward. So if you'd like to use your bottom hand to kind of grab onto your hip area and pull it forward to help you, go ahead and then open up to that opposite side. Now keeping those hips forward. You may not get that arm all the way down to the floor, and that's all right. Feel that rotation in your ribs, in your trunk, And you'll still feel that chest and shoulder area opening up. And take a couple breaths here. All right, let's bring that back. We're going to do that one more time. Take a breath here. And again, open up. Bring that arm up to the ceiling. And then open to the other side. And again, if you'd like to use that bottom hand to assist pushing those hips forward, go for it. And then just take a couple breaths here. Trying to relax into the stretch. And take it back. All right, awesome job. Let's switch sides. So, lying on your opposite side, start by getting the head, neck, and shoulder area comfortable. Bending those knees, stacking those hips a bit. Okay, let's take this top leg up. Reach for that ankle. Pull the thigh back, push the hips forward. Get that stretch through the front of your hip, thigh, quad, and breathe and hold. All right, if you'd like to do a little movement here, release it a little bit, and then pull it back again. And release, and pull, release, and pull. Well, let's do that 2 more times. All right, holding it. And then let's release a little bit. Now take your hand inside that knee area and try to pull that knee up. Okay, keep that bottom thigh down. And then release a little bit here. And pull it up again. And release. And pull it up. And down to the floor. And up. Down to the floor. And one more time. Up. And down to the floor. This time put the whole lower leg on the floor, the knee. Get a gentle stretch here through this hip. Breathe. And then see if you can straighten that leg, getting the arch area of your foot down to the floor, increasing the stretch through the back part of your thigh. And hold here. All right, let's bend both knees and hug those thighs up close to the chest. Both arms are out in front. Okay, let's try some open ups here. So take that top arm up toward the ceiling and then open that arm to the other side. Push those hips forward. Use that bottom hand for assistance if you'd like. Okay, just hang out there. Let things open up. Feel that rotation in your ribs and trunk. Feel that stretch through your chest and shoulder. All right, let's bring that back to the center. Take a breath here, and we'll try that one more time. Open up slowly, rotate over, hips forward, and just try to relax into this position, taking a couple nice rhythmic breaths here. All right, let's take that back and take a breath. All right, we're going to switch on to our back next. So again, get your head, neck, and shoulders comfortable first. And let's bend both knees. Let your hips and spine sink down to the floor. Let's take that right ankle, cross it onto the left thigh.
Square the hips up. Use your right hand to put a little pressure on that right thigh and push that leg away from you. Okay, just opening up that inner thigh pelvic area a bit. Take a couple breaths. If you'd like, gently rock those hips a little bit side to side. All right, hold that center now. Release the pressure on that right thigh, but keep your foot there. Let's take the arms out to the side, and we're going to drop our left thigh over to the left side. If possible, you're going to get that right foot down to the floor. If not possible, just hold it where you feel a good stretch. If you have your yoga block handy, you could even grab your yoga block and place your foot on your yoga block to help support you if you cannot get all the way down to the floor. So you're trying to keep that right arm, right shoulder down as you bring that right foot toward the floor on the left side. All right, carefully pull that all back to your center position. Keep the foot there still. And now take your left hand outside your right knee. Pull that right knee over to the left side. Tilt a little bit now, and we're going to hit more of that glute area. So a nice warm-up stretch here. Jump ahead to level 2 or 3 at any time if you prefer to spend more time in the deeper stretch position. Maybe rock a little bit here. All right, and let's release there. Let's try level 2 here. Lift that left foot off the floor. Use your left hand to grab onto your right ankle and use your right arm to hug your right thigh as close to your chest as you can comfortably. And then tilt again over to that left side. This should increase the stretch through that right glute. Now make sure your shoulders and neck are relaxed. Often when we use our arms to stretch our legs, we tense up in the shoulder and neck area. So try to relax there. Maybe tilt a little bit to the left and rock. All right, if you'd like to try level 3, use your right hand to reach for that left ankle. Pull that left heel toward the right buttock area. And you're still hugging that right thigh to your chest, and then try tilting again over to that left side. Maybe rock again. All right, good job. Let's release there and bring those feet down onto the floor. Square your hips up and take a nice breath. All right, let's take that left ankle, cross it onto your right thigh, and use your left hand to put a little pressure here on that left thigh and push it away from you. Open up there in that pelvic hip area and breathe. Maybe rock a little bit side to side here. All right, let's hold that center. Release the pressure on the left thigh. Keep the ankle there. Take that left arm out to the side. Okay, let's try to drop that right thigh toward the floor and bring that left foot down toward the floor. Again, use that yoga block if you prefer. Okay, we're trying to keep the left shoulder down as we tilt over to the right here. Take a couple breaths. All right, let's pull that all back to our center position. Square those hips up. And let's move to our glute stretch. Take that right hand outside your left knee. Pull that left knee over to the right side and tilt enough to get a gentle warm-up stretch in that left glute area. Maybe rock here. All right, and let's release there. Maybe try level 2. Lift that right foot off the floor. Use your right hand to reach for that left ankle. Use your left arm to hug that left thigh close to your chest first, and then tilt a little bit over to the right. Shoulders relaxed here. And maybe rock a little bit here, side to side. All right, and now if you'd like to try level 3, use that left hand to reach for your right ankle. Try to pull that right heel toward the left buttock area. Left thigh still close to your chest. And one more time, tilt over to the right and gently rock. All right, let's release there all together and bring both feet down to the floor. Let's grab our yoga strap next. And let's place the yoga strap around the bottom of your right foot and then take that right leg up toward the ceiling here. Okay, grab onto your yoga strap. Gently pull that thigh towards your chest. Flex your foot a little bit. So fiddle with that knee position, how much you bend or straighten it. We're looking for a nice stretch through the hamstring, a little bit of a stretch through the calf by flexing that foot. And once you get it in position, just hold it first. We'll move it around in a few seconds. But first, a nice static stretch. Relax the shoulders. All right, now move that leg out to the right a little bit, over to the left a little bit. So a little movement side to side here, keeping the thigh close to the chest to continue to feel the stretch as you move the leg. All right, let's hold that to your center position. Now pull the thigh a little bit closer. Increase the intensity of the stretch, but then release it. Take a breath. Maybe pull it in, increase it again, and release. Let's do that one more time. Pull that thigh in and release. All right. Yoga straps are in your right hand. Open that right leg to the right side. Keep that left hip, left shoulder down. Once you get that leg down, you decide how close to go to the floor, how much to bend or straighten the knee, how much to pull that thigh up. Okay, find a position where you get a nice inner thigh, pelvic, groin stretch without straining. Hold and breathe. All right, let's pull that leg up toward the ceiling. Switch your yoga straps to your left hand. Get that right arm down. Straighten your left leg. Roll on to your left side now. Bring that right leg over to the left. Okay, start gentle. Again, you're going to figure out how close to get down to the floor, how much to bend or straighten that knee, how much to pull that leg up. Looking for a nice stretch through the right side of your body, the shoulder, the chest, lateral part of your trunk, hip, and lateral part of your thigh. And breathe. All right, let's bring that leg up again. And now bend the knee and release your yoga strap. Put your right foot on the floor. Bend the left leg and bring the yoga strap around the bottom of your left foot. Pull that leg up toward the ceiling and then in towards your chest. Okay, start gentle. We are looking for that hamstring calf stretch, so flex the foot a bit. Fiddle with that knee position. Hold and breathe. All right, let's take that left leg out to the left side a tiny bit, over to the right a little bit. Just rocking it side to side. One more time each way. And And then hold it to that center position again. Add a little intensity by pulling that thigh a little closer to the chest, but then release it. A little deeper, pull it in, and release. And one more time. Pull it in, and release. All right, both yoga straps in your left hand. Open that left leg to the left side, keeping the right hip and right shoulder down. Start gentle. You can lower that thigh as it feels better. And again, fiddling with how much you bend, straighten the knee, how much you pull that leg up. And take a couple breaths. All right, let's pull that leg up. And now straighten the right leg. Switch your yoga straps to your right hand. Keep that left shoulder down. Start rolling onto that right side a little bit, bringing that left leg over. And again, start gentle. Inch that leg down if that hip and left side of your body opens up. Taking a couple breaths. All right, let's pull that leg back up to our start position. Bend your left knee, release your yoga strap. Now let's take both knees and bend them and hug both thighs very close to your chest. Let the head, neck, shoulders, spine, hips all sink down into the floor. Trying to take as much tension out of your neck, shoulders, back, and hips as possible. Gently rock a little bit side to side as if you're giving your low back a little massage. And let's take a nice deep breath in through your nose here. Hold your breath at the top of that inhale for a second. And exhale slowly out your mouth. And let's try that one more time. A nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. All right, awesome job. When you are ready, carefully roll onto your side and press yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will look forward to seeing you during the week. Take care.